All right, so I've been meaning to do this because I get a lot of questions about what gear I use, how I do my videos, and all that good stuff, okay? So this is my tiny little studio here. You can see I got big lights up there that'll probably blind the camera. Those are my filming lights for when I'm doing live streams and whatnot. This is my typical setup right here. All right, this is not how I started. All right, let's step back all the way to the beginning of last year. All right, so as I started making videos, it was a real simple operation. I was literally just using my phone. At the time, it was a Samsung Note 4, I believe. And then I quickly upgraded to the S9 Plus as soon as that phone came out. I think I had an S8 too. But anyways, this is the phone that I was using. This isn't my phone anymore. This is actually a phone I'm giving to another tech, but I don't have a bunch of fancy camera stuff. I've slowly acquired some of this other stuff over here, but I literally started with my computer, a Blue Yeti microphone, and my phone, and that's it. I basically started filming, and I was using a program called Adobe Premiere Elements. Yeah, Adobe Premiere Elements. And it's a really simple program to use, nothing too complex. You have an easy mode, you have an advanced mode. All right. The first live streams that I did, I was using my just regular Logitech webcam. I'll have links to all this gear, guys, inside the video show notes. So slowly, once I started doing live streams, I started to upgrade and I got a mixer. Okay, this is just a 2-channel basic mixer. Actually, I think you can do more than 2 channels. You can only do one mic though. Really basic mixer. Then my daughter uses this now, but then I upgraded to the gear that I use now. All right, the mixer that I use now is a Rodecaster Pro. This is a really heavy duty mixer. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. You have sound pads, so you can, when I'm doing my live streams, my intro music and different stuff. You can bring in phone callers, not that I do that. You can have up to 4 mics. You can control everybody's volumes, different headphones. You can record podcasts on here. This is a standalone podcast studio without a computer. You can record directly on here. It's XLR mics. This thing does everything. All right. Then, as time went on, I upgraded my studio because I found myself really pushing the limits of my Samsung laptop, of which I still use to this day. I just don't use it for video editing and live streams anymore because I found that my live streams were getting really choppy. My video editing wasn't great. It was having a hard time processing and uploading and all that good stuff. So I upgraded to a bigger computer. Slowly over time, I've acquired a GoPro. I really don't film with the GoPro too much. This is a Hero 7 Black, I think. I do use this tripod right here often. I'll throw this in my tool bag, and when I'm working, because it's just really lightweight. I have a tiny tripod that I, in the very beginning, used for my, when I tried to film on a GoPro. Also, this does come in handy. This is a Wi-Fi hotspot. Sometimes I would use this if I wanted to do a live stream from my GoPro. Not a fan of that anymore. I really got away from that. This is just my basic editing tablet. I'm sorry, my tablet that I use for Measure Quick. It has an otter case on it. It's a Galaxy Tab A 8-inch, I think. But again, guys, I'll have links for everything. If you're going to go the GoPro route, the one thing I don't like about the GoPro is the audio quality. So you need to come up with some sort of an external mic because the audio sounds like you're in a tin can. But this one does have good video stabilization. I highly suggest if you're going to go the GoPro route that you get a couple of these extra battery chargers. So I actually have another one. I got to go get it. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries plus the one that's in the GoPro. So that way you have batteries on the fly all the time. You have to get a very high quality memory card. Even when you're filming with your phone, I have a very high quality memory card because I'll fill up the hard drive on my phone really quick with video files. Depending on your editing software, you're going to want to change the settings in your phone or your GoPro to record certain types of video too. Recently, I acquired this tripod. This is a really nice tripod. I'll open it up for you guys and show you. I'll actually take you over because I have another one right here, but it collapses down. And if I can get this with my hand, it collapses down to almost, what, 2 foot tall. But then it can go full size, and it has all the adjustments, so you can put a GoPro on it, your phone. This is a phone holder I have. It's a really, really nice tripod. I've got one over here, and I'll show you guys right now. I currently am using one too. So there it is right there. You can do different stuff. So you see like how I have one leg shortened and the other 2 legs full length. It's not really sturdy, so you can't put heavy duty camera gear on it, but I happen to have my webcam for live streams on there right now. So pardon my crazy mess in my office, but you see it's a nice little tripod. I got it from I think I got it from Best Buy, but again, I'll have links inside the video show notes. So so that's my basic gear that I use to this day, really. I use this tripod more so now. Still use this one every once in a while, set it up in a walk-in or something like that. I really don't use the GoPro too much. Every once in a while, sometimes I'll get some filming in the van or something like that. This is a head strap mount, so you can put it on your head. I don't know, it just seems a little bulky and stuff. I find my phone to be the easiest because I don't have to carry too much extra gear, and I just pull it out of my pocket and start filming. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go on over to the studio gear. So I have a little office set up here. You see I have wires everywhere, guys. I really set this office up about 2 months ago, and I really haven't fully cleaned everything up. You see I just got everything going everywhere, power strips and all that good stuff. I recently, obviously it's dusty in here too. I need to dust, but you know, that's the last thing on my mind. One thing that I will say that's very, very important when you're filming is redundancy, and you need to have backups of everything. So this is the hard drive I started with. It's a tiny little guy. It doesn't say how big it is. Yeah, it's a tiny little hard drive. I think it's like a, I don't even know, 500 gigabyte or something like that. When I upgraded my office setup and went to my 3 monitor setup, I ended up getting a very, very big hard drive, and I believe this is a 6 terabyte external hard drive. And then occasionally what I'll do, I'm probably going to look into another backup source too on top of that, just to make sure, because I save every one of my videos that are on YouTube. I have hard copies of every one just in case something was to happen. All right, so what you see going on here, I'll pan the camera out. What you see going on here is my monitor setup. So on this screen, I have my video editing software, and that's Adobe Premiere Elements, okay? On this screen right here, I have my live stream software, and I use Streamlabs for OBS. And then right here, you have my audio software, which is Adobe Audition. That's not something you have to have, but I use that now. That I record my outros for my videos on that. So when you see me in my office at the end of the video talking, I'm talking on Adobe Audition, and it's basically capturing the audio from my mixer that's coming from my mic, and then it's whatever, it does its magic, and then I crop it and add it to the video. Because when I'm filming at this time right now, I still am kind of rinky-dink with all my stuff, but when I'm filming my outros, I'm actually filming on my phone on the tripod that I had collapsed. And I will film on that, but the audio doesn't come good through my phone because it just uses my phone microphone. So I use my Rode Procaster mic right here that you see. That's my filming mic. It basically runs through Adobe Audition, and that's how I get that deep, clear sound that you hear on the outros of my video. Now, 99% of the time during my video, the filming on site on location is just using the microphone in my phone, and that's why you can hear the background noise and all that good stuff, okay? So I really want to stress that you don't have to have 3 monitors. You don't have to have a studio setup like this. For my computer, I have a Dell XPS that's basically maxed out to the limit of everything. I'm not like a really smart computer dude, but I just went to Dell's website and just maxed out pretty much everything because I needed a hard drive. I needed everything, you know, this processing speed and everything to be able to edit my videos properly and all that good stuff. And again, I'll have information about that computer in the show notes, so that way you guys can see exactly what it is that I edit with. Nothing too fancy in here, just a couple speakers. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my studio lights. There we go. Now I can actually see. Those studio lights get a little bit bright when you're like looking around the room. You can see my messy office space. This this is an office in my house, and this still has some of our, this was like a extra room in our house for a long time, so it still has a bunch of stuff that I need to get out of here, but I'm slowly getting it cleaned up. I use that fan right there for because I'm in my studio, all this stuff, this equipment gets really hot, and even if I have my house set at 74, it feels like a sauna in here, so I have to get that fan moving, and I have a ceiling fan on top of me moving too. So all right, so when I'm editing, or I'm sorry, when I'm doing my live streams, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, okay? And I really like Streamlabs OBS. I had a hard time understanding everything. In order to learn how to use everything, I just YouTube videoed a lot of stuff, you know, different things, people. Basically, I have a really simple setup here. You can see my microphone's picking up my audio right now because it's bouncing back and forth. One of the cool things that I like about Streamlabs OBS is they give you the ability to have a remote control. So that's what I have going on this tablet. This is actually the remote that I use. So that way when I'm doing a live stream, I don't have to like look at my computer and click on stuff. I'm just talking to the camera above there. And if I want to transition over, you know, I can queue up something. So I'm going to turn the intro picture off, and you see how it turned off. And then I'm going to transition. So this is what I'm getting ready to do, and this is what you guys would see. So before I start a live stream, when you guys see this and you hear my intro music going on this screen right here, this is my I'm getting ready to do everything screen, and this is popping up. And, you know, it just kind of lets me know what's about to come, so that way I'm ready for the next scene, which is usually me, you know, introing over. So on this guy right here, you won't hear my audio, but I click my audio. So there's my intro music. You guys can hear it coming out of my headphones right now. So that's my intro music that I would, you know, get ready to do as I'm doing my stream. And then I'm usually chatting with you guys on a chat window that pops up on another screen. So this when you're doing the live streams, the multi-screen setup really does help, but it's not absolutely necessary. You just have to work a little bit harder. But with this, I can have my preview screen. I can see what's there. When I'm doing a live stream, I'll usually pull up a window so I can see the chat over here. And then I usually have like notes on this guy right here with what I'm going to talk about and whatnot. So I will often I'll make a Word document before I go with anything that I think I'm going to talk about. So I constantly will plug Ralph from Honeywell, his information. Actually, I don't have his right email address, and that's why I was posting it wrong. But I'll usually have people's email addresses that I want to talk about. And these are just basic topics that I want to talk about when I'm doing my stream, just to kind of keep me on track. So that way when I'm answering your guys' questions, I can look over when there's no questions coming in and I have another topic to talk about. As far as my stream goes, like I said, I can transition everything over. So, you know, at the end of my intro music, I'm going to hit transition, boom. And then now my stream would be live, and you'd be seeing me talking into my microphone like usual. Okay. My microphone just kind of sits over here until I'm ready for it, and I'll swing it over and then start talking. Okay. Again, I'll have links to everything that I'm using here in the show notes of this video. I do have an extra mic over here that I was using for the series that I was doing with my wife. I think we have one more video in that series, and we're going to talk about financial stuff. We just haven't recorded it yet. As far as my webcam that I use a Logitech Brio. It's pretty much the fastest webcam that I could find right now. I've really been contemplating going away from a webcam and going to a much better camera, but again, that all takes money. And this stuff gets really expensive. So I'm going to basically intro picture transition so that way we're not staring at myself. Okay, so as far as my setup when I started, this computer, I already had it, and my phone, I already had it. The mixer, I want to say cost less than $100, and then you needed some mic cables. And that was pretty much it. You know, and I should actually say that this mixer, I actually had a different mixer before this one, if I remember right, because this is an XLR mixer, and I was using my Yeti mic, which is a USB mic. So actually, I wasn't even using a mixer. I had my Yeti mic plugged right into my computer for recording audio, and then I went to this guy with an XLR mic. Originally, I had just one of these Rode Procasters. Yeah, Rode Procasters. And then I always get confused because Rode, they named their mixing board and their mics. This is the Rode Procaster, and this mixing board is the Rodecaster Pro. It's kind of confusing for me. So those ring lights, I recently acquired those because I needed better lighting in my office. And you guys have probably seen my studio before, but just a bunch of posters and old tools and different things. This is a training board for duct detectors. I've made a couple videos on that. I use that every once in a while to show my guys. I just recently hung it on the wall because I haven't been using it at work. My daughter likes to build little Legos to put in the back of my live streams because she likes to show those off. I just have a lot of cool stuff. I haven't really made a video on this yet, but I have a Sporlan dryer cutaway where you can see how the dryer works, the insides of it. Couple other things over here, just older tools, an old Simpson meter, hermetic compressor analyzer. This one I did not use. This was before my time. One of my previous techs brought that to me one time. I think his dad had gotten it at a garage sale. This was my compressor analyzer that I used to use. And then, yeah, just other stuff here. Different stuff that I'll show inside my streams. I've talked about the sheave gauge thing. And yeah, that's a volume. This is for air balancing registers. That's really old school. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a dial-a-charge right there. I never used that. That was just something that someone brought me. And some old tools. And I think that's about it. If you guys have questions, feel free to post them. Like I said, I'm going to put links to everything that I use inside my the show notes of this video. I really think that's about it. I will say that no matter what mic you buy, just buy high quality mic cables. So these are high quality XLR cables. I bought a lot of this stuff off of Amazon, probably majority of it, but these right here, like I read a lot of reviews. I just Google searched, you know, good studio gear for live streams or whatever, you know, and this right here is a shock mount, so that way if I accidentally bump the microphone you don't hear the sound. This is a pop filter. It keeps the, I think they call them plosives down, so basically when you say P or it'll pop inside the mic. So you see the mic has a totally different look when it doesn't have the pop filter. I kind of wish I didn't have to have the pop filter on there, but because it adds to the bulkiness of everything, but you still get those pops when you're talking and whatnot. So yeah, and you know, one thing if I could say, if you guys can probably hear my chair moving, that's driving me nuts. So I'm about to upgrade these chairs. I had bought these at Costco because they were cheap, and I'm really disappointed with them because they squeak. Maybe I need to grease them or something. I'll have to get down there and look at them because they're driving me nuts. But yeah, you know, like I said, you don't have to have 3 monitors, 4 monitors, 2 monitors, any of that stuff to start these videos. I just do this out of comfort because it makes it easier for me to be able to have multi-screens up when I'm editing videos and different things. The process about editing videos with Adobe Premiere Elements is super easy. You have, I mean, this thing can still do more than what I want to do. I tried using some of the heavier editing programs like Adobe Premiere Pro. I have it. It's just, it takes me way too long, and it just, I don't know. My videos, you guys have seen my videos. I don't have like crazy editing on my videos. That's not my style. I just like to be short and simple and to the point. So, you know, I don't need Adobe Premiere Pro. I don't need the headache. It makes my life stressful trying to edit a video, you know. With this right here, it doesn't take me too long to edit down a video. I would have to say, if I have a video that's 20 minutes, I'm probably going to spend about an hour on it, editing it down and then figuring out all the optimization. The optimization is a huge thing about the videos. I'll pull up a screen right now and show some information on that. So this is my YouTube Creator Studio, and this is a video that's actually going to upload today, or it's going to be released today at 11:45 a.m. and it's 10 a.m. right now. So I always schedule my videos, guys, so that way I don't have to be there to push the button. So usually today is Sunday, July 7th. I usually release uploads on Mondays and Fridays, but lately I've been releasing them on Sundays because I noticed that a lot of people watch them Sunday afternoon. So for whatever reason, it works out. But this video is already fully optimized and set up. This is a very, very time-consuming process, but it really makes it beneficial. I use a program called TubeBuddy, and I will put an affiliate link in the bottom of this video. If you guys are interested in using TubeBuddy, I highly suggest it. I get a little bit of credit if you sign up under my name, but I'll put a link in there. But TubeBuddy basically teaches you how to optimize your videos. So this is the Creator Studio, but TubeBuddy adds some different things to this. So it gives you the ability, and you could do all this without TubeBuddy. It makes it easier by putting little things in here. I get a little icon. It's a browser extension basically, and then it just puts stuff, it overlays little added features to your YouTube experience basically. So it allows you to create thumbnails, and it helps you and gives you the tools to do so. You can either create a thumbnail from an image that you took, or you can create a thumbnail from a screenshot from the actual video. The real big thing that TubeBuddy teaches you to do is to create tags, and the tags are very important for your video. Basically, in the beginning, I worked really hard to grow my channel, really hard, constantly spamming Facebook groups. I say spamming, but I mean, I know I was sharing something that people appreciated, but I would go into different Facebook groups, HVAC school group, I got their permission. I would go into HVAC Pro Talk, got their permission, and say, hey, and I would share a video on there. Now, I'm not sharing junk videos. I have a moral compass here. So like this video right now that I'm making, I'm not going to share this in either of the groups because it's not relevant to those groups. I'm just going to release this on my channel. So I'm not going to be a punk about it. And I have had people say, hey, can you please stop sharing your videos in my groups? Gladly. I just leave the group. That's all I did. But I would share my videos in groups and get people to check them out. If people had questions like, hey, how does this work? I would say, hey, would you mind if I show you a video? And I would share a link to my video. And then that slowly grew my channel. Now it's to the point that I really don't have to share them in Facebook groups anymore because I've built up a following of, you know, and I kind of own these tags that I use. If you look up HVACR videos, if you look up ice machine videos, if you look walk-in freezer, walk-in cooler, if you look up any of those terms on YouTube, I can guarantee that my videos are going to be in the top 1 to 2 search results, if not the very top. And also, if you're watching another video, someone else's channel, my videos will likely be the next video that pops up on their channel. So if you're watching one of those, you know how YouTube will continue and show you another video. Because of the tags that I use, my videos will probably pop up if you're looking for anything to do with HVAC. And these tags are relevant to the video that I'm making. So I'm making a video on a walk-in freezer. So you see I have HVACR videos as one of my tags, but then refrigeration videos, walk-in freezer, walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer troubleshooting, you know, all the basic stuff. TubeBuddy does a great job of helping me to learn how to do that. So I hit suggested, and then basically it's going to say, these are the tags that I should use based off of what I do. So you can see right here, the tag HVACR videos, and this tells you viewers received from this search term in YouTube. So if someone's looked up HVACR videos, 6.9 thousand basically have searched that and gotten one of my videos. So it tells you the performance of your tags basically too. And it gives you an idea. You know, these ones are great for you. These have worked really well for your channel. And then it also allows you to explore tags too. So let's say you want to look and you want to say, hey, I think this would be a good tag. And you type in compressor. And it'll tell you. Yeah, it's probably not the greatest tag, and it gives you all kinds of technical whatever stuff that I don't quite understand, and then it gives you other suggestions on different tags you should use. So TubeBuddy is a great resource. Really like it. Also, I follow YouTube's best practices. TubeBuddy helps me with that. So basically it gives you a whole list of things that you need to do. I need to have a playlist on my video. I need to have an end screen, tags in my title, and then I need to have tags. Your title needs to be one of your tags. You need to have captions on your videos, info cards, get a like on Facebook. Your title needs to be so long. You need to be monetized. You need to have a high resolution thumbnail. You need to share it on Twitter. I really don't share my videos on Twitter very much because I don't see a whole lot of that. But it gives you a lot of great information and suggestions to help you to understand how your video works. Basic info right here. This is all the show notes on my video. So on this particular video right now, that's going to be uploading today, you see my standard show notes, and then there's affiliate links. If someone wants to help me out on Patreon, they can. If you want to help me out through Streamlabs, they can. Here's links for tools that I used inside the video. I share all that information. Here's my TubeBuddy affiliate code. Share all that, how people can get a hold of me. And then I always upload a full description, kind of like so someone could read this and not even have to watch the video. You want to be very, very thorough with your description. Also, some other things that I do, if you want to share it on Facebook, you hit allow, or you deselect allow embedding, and that's what allows me to share a giant thumbnail on Facebook. If you notice, if you try to share a video on Facebook and you don't unclick that, then it'll be a tiny thumbnail. But if you unclick that, you can share a big thumbnail. And the other thing I do too, this doesn't happen a lot, but I allow viewers to contribute translated titles. So basically for other countries, because I do get some people that watch my videos in other countries, and I allow people to translate the video for me. If you look right here, this changes every once in a while, but 87% of the people watching my videos speak English, 2% German, 1% Arabic, Hindi, Dutch, Spanish, Filipino, Swedish, Danish, Norwegian. So it kind of gives you an idea. That will also help you too if you want to pay to have someone translate your videos into other languages. I've thought about it, but I just don't know how good of a following I would get. But I would say that I'd probably end up translating into Spanish and maybe another language. You can pay a service to go through and watch your video, listen to it, and then translate it with subtitles into another language. So the subtitles are very important too, because I do have 2 regular people that watch, no, 1 regular person that watches my video that's deaf. And I've occasionally had a couple other people mention that they're hearing impaired and they use the subtitles a lot. So I don't transcribe my own subtitles. I let YouTube automatically do it. If you want to transcribe your subtitles, that would be the best, but it's really time consuming to watch your whole video and try to type it out. And I'm not a fast typer. Again, they have services that will do that for you. So that's pretty much it, guys. Ask me more questions. I will try to give you more information. I will have links to everything in the show notes of this video.